In the United Kingdom, preparations of ketchup were historically and originally prepared with mushrooms as a primary ingredient, rather than tomatoes. Ketchup recipes began to appear in British and then American cookbooks in the 18th century. The term ketchup first appeared in 1682. In the United States, mushroom ketchup dates back to at least 1770, and was prepared by British colonists in the 13 colonies. In contemporary times, mushroom ketchup is available in the UK, although it is not a commonly used condiment. James Mees published another recipe in 1812. In 1824, a ketchup recipe using tomatoes appeared in the Virginia Housewife, an influential 19th century cookbook written by Mary Randolph, Thomas Jefferson's cousin. American cooks also began to sweeten ketchup in the 19th century. As the century progressed, tomato ketchup began its ascent in popularity in the United States. Ketchup was popular long before fresh tomatoes were. People were less hesitant to eat tomatoes as part of a highly processed product that had been cooked and infused with vinegar and spices. Tomato ketchup was sold locally by farmers. Jonas Yerkes is credited as the first American to sell tomato ketchup in a bottle. By 1837, he had produced and distributed the condiment nationally. Shortly thereafter, other companies followed suit. F&J Heinz launched their tomato ketchup in 1876. Heinz tomato ketchup was advertised. "Blessed relief for mother and the other women in the household," a slogan which alluded to the lengthy process required to produce tomato ketchup in the home. With industrial ketchup production and a need for better preservation, there was a great increase of sugar in ketchup, leading to the typically sweet and sour formula of today. In Australia, it was not until the late 19th century that sugar was added to tomato sauce, initially in small quantities, but today it contains just as much as American ketchup and only differed in the proportions of tomatoes, salt and vinegar in early recipes. The Webster's Dictionary of 1913 defined catsup as table sauce made from mushrooms, tomatoes, walnuts, etc. Also written as ketchup. Modern ketchup emerged in the early years of the 20th century, out of a debate over the use of sodium benzoate as a preservative in condiments. Harvey W. Wiley, the father of the Food and Drug Administration in the U.S., challenged the safety of benzoate, which was banned in the 1906 Pure Food and Drug Act. In response, entrepreneurs including Henry J. Heinz pursued an alternative recipe that eliminated the need for that preservative. Catherine Bitting, a bacteriologist working for the U.S. Department of Agriculture, carried out research in 1909 that proved increasing the sugar and vinegar content of the product would prevent spoilage without use of artificial preservatives. She was assisted by her husband, Arvil Bitting, an official at that agency. Prior to Heinz and his fellow innovators, commercial tomato ketchups of that time were watery and thin, in part due to the use of unripe tomatoes, which were low in pectin. They had less vinegar than modern ketchups. By pickling ripe tomatoes, the need for benzoate was eliminated without spoilage or degradation in flavor. But the changes driven by the desire to eliminate benzoate also produced changes that some experts, such as Andrew F. Smith, believe were key to the establishment of tomato ketchup as the dominant American condiment. In fast food outlets, ketchup is often dispensed in small sachets or tubs. Diners tear the side or top and squeeze the ketchup out of the ketchup packets, or peel the foil lid off the tub for dipping. In 2011, Heinz began offering a new measured portion package, called the Dip and Squeeze packet, which can be opened in either way, giving both options. Some fast food outlets previously dispensed ketchup from hand-operated pumps into paper cups. This method has made a comeback in the first decades of the 21st century, as cost and environmental concerns over the increasing use of individual plastic ketchup tubs were taken into account. In October 2000, Heinz introduced colored ketchup products called Easy Squirt, which eventually included green, 2000 purple, 2001 mystery pink, orange, or teal, 2002, and blue, 2003. These products were made by adding food coloring to the traditional ketchup. As of January 2006, these products were discontinued. Ketchup or catsup is a table condiment with a sweet and tangy flavor. The unmodified term ketchup now typically refers to tomato ketchup, although early American recipes used egg whites, mushrooms, oysters, grapes, mussels, or walnuts, among other ingredients. Tomato ketchup is made from tomatoes, sugar, and vinegar, with seasonings and spices. The spices and flavors vary, but commonly include onions, allspice, coriander, cloves, cumin, garlic, and mustard, and sometimes include celery, cinnamon, or ginger. The market leader in the United States, 60% market share, and the United Kingdom, 82%, is Heinz tomato ketchup. Tomato ketchup is most often used as a condiment to dishes that are usually served hot and are fried or greasy. French fries and other potato dishes, hamburgers, hot dogs, chicken tenders, hot sandwiches, meat pies, cooked eggs, and grilled or fried meat. Ketchup is sometimes used as the basis for, or as one ingredient in, other sauces and dressings, and the flavor may be replicated as an additive flavoring for snacks, such as potato chips. The term used for the sauce varies. Ketchup is the dominant term in American English and Canadian English, although catsup is commonly used in some southern U.S. states and Mexico. Tomato sauce is more common in English-speaking countries outside North America. In Canada and the U.S., tomato sauce is not a synonym for ketchup but is a sauce made from tomatoes and commonly used in making sauce for pasta.